911, where's your emergency?
I got a fire at Silver Eagle Refining.
Wait, hold on just a second. Slow down. What's the address?
2355 South, 1100 West Woods Cross. I got a tank on fire.
Like a tanker truck?
No, a tank. A petroleum tank, a bad one. We're going to need foam.
Petroleum tank?
Yes, ma'am. It's a gasoline tank. Everybody okay?
Okay. Tell me what a petroleum tank is.
It's a gasoline tank.
A gasoline tank on what? Just by itself?
In a tank farm.
Okay, is it by any structures?
Yes, I got rail cars. I'm an oil tank all the way around.
Okay, all right, I'll get them on the way. 2355 South, 1100 West?
Woods Cross.
Okay, all right, get everybody away.
A segment of a 10-inch pipeline at Silver Eagle Refining that suffered a catastrophic rupture did so because of corrosion and was never inspected in its lifetime. The failure led to a massive explosion and fire at the refinery, blowing 4 workers off their feet and damaging 100 homes, including one that was knocked off at foundation. 4 workers near the process unit at the time of the explosion were knocked to ground, and 1 worker was taking readings next to the pipe just minutes before it failed.
(911) What's the address of the emergency? 911, what's the address of the emergency?
Hello?
This
Hello?
is 911, what's the address of the emergency?
517 West Doty Street.
Repeat it?
517 West Doty Street.
Is there an apartment number?
The flat.
It's what? You're cutting out. Can you hear me? Hello?
Hello?
Okay, your phone's cutting out. Did you say upper or lower flat?
Yes.
Which?
It's the lower flat, apartment 1.
Okay.
Ambulance is needed.
Okay, what's the phone number you're calling from, please?
715-305-2584.
Okay, what is your name?
Jordan Gonering.
Okay, tell me exactly what happened.
I just came home, the door was busted in, and my girlfriend's been shot.
Okay. Stay on the phone with me. Okay?
Yep.
Are you with her right now?
Yes, I am.
How old is she?
She is, she's 21.
21? Is she conscious?
No, she's not.
Okay, stay on the phone, okay? Are you safe where you are right now?
I think so.
Okay. Is the person that did this still nearby? Is there any serious bleeding? Okay, I'm sending an ambulance to help you. I want you to stay on the line with me so I can tell you what to do next, okay?
Okay.
Okay, stay on the phone with me so I can tell you how to help her, okay? I want you to get as close to the phone to her with the phone as you can, okay?
Yes.
Okay. And then you're right by her now?
Yes.
All right, I want you to lay her flat on her back on the ground.
Yep.
Remove any pillows.
Okay.
Okay. I need you to kneel next to her in her mouth and look in her mouth for any food or vomit. Is there anything? Did you think she did this herself?
No, she couldn't have.
She couldn't have done it herself.
No, it's a gunshot wound.
You're inside with her? You're inside with her? Okay, can you feel or hear any breathing at all? Okay. Okay, just so you know, there's an ambulance on the way and the officers are on the way as well, okay?
Okay.
And I'm also talking to them at the same time that... Okay, is that you standing in the window?
Yes.
Okay, I want you to come out right now.
Yep.
So they can get in there to help her, okay?
Yep. Okay. All right, he told me to hang out with the officer.
Okay, bye.
All right, bye.
David Call admitted that he beat, strangled, and stabbed Brandi Zimmerman to death in her apartment. Brandi was killed around 12:20 in the afternoon in the apartment that she shared with her fiancé in Madison. She died of stab wounds and strangulation. She managed to call 911 during the attack, but the dispatcher claimed to have heard nothing on the call and did not call back once it was disconnected. A written statement about the tape of the call reveals that screams, gasps, and what sounds like a struggle were audible. The 911 dispatcher told police that she had called Brittany back and reached two men, who said they dialed 911 by mistake, a statement which turned out to be false but led investigators astray for nearly 2 weeks before they determined that the dispatcher had returned an entirely different call and never reached two men on Brittany's broken cell phone. Police were only dispatched 48 minutes later when Brittany's fiancé, Jordan, arrived home and found Brittany's body. A police investigation at the time said that there were signs of forced entry. Her body was found in her bedroom and her cell phone had been smashed. Police said that the knife that was used in the murder was 2 to 5 inches long. Although David pleaded guilty to first-degree intentional homicide, which carries a mandatory life sentence, prosecutors agreed as part of a plea deal to not contest any petition for extended release once he serves 20 years.
They won't go.
Wait, Ridge Police, have an emergency?
Yeah, I kind of do.
Okay.
My girlfriend, she has this ex-boyfriend who's just been stalking the hell out of her.
Okay, just a second. I'll be right back with you, okay?
Thank you. Yeah. Hello?
Okay, and where is this going on at?
He's following her right now. He will not leave her alone. Where are you now, Amber? 44th and Wadsworth.
Okay, and she's in a car?
She's in a car, and he's just following her, and, I mean, this is her crying in the background. He just will not leave her alone.
Okay.
And he's following her, and I want someone to meet her.
Okay,
so they can catch this. Her.
What kind of car is she in?
What kind of car are you in, Amber? It's a black... It's a black... No, your car. Your car, Amber. Yeah. It's a black Dodge Caliber.
Caliber or Dodge Challenger?
Caliber.
Okay. And which way is she going? Is she going north on Wadsworth?
Which way are you going now? North or south? West on 44th right now. But she's about to turn left on Wadsworth.
Okay.
Just keep... That's okay. I know he's going to keep following you, Amber. Just keep driving, okay?
And she's going southbound on Wadsworth now?
You going southbound on Wadsworth now? Yes, he's going south on Wadsworth right now. He can't get you if you keep driving, Amber.
Chad, I have a stalking going on where a guy's following a girl. She's southbound on Wadsworth from 44.
What happened?
Just a second, I'll be right back with you.
No, what happened, Amber?
Rivers 911, do you have an emergency? No, I don't. Be right back with you. Okay. Okay.
He's not trapping. He's trapping you? How?
He pulled in front of her car?
He pulled in front of you? She's crying. I can't understand. What, Amber? He's trying to run you off the road?
Trying to run her off the road? And is she still at 44?
Yeah, where are you now? Where are you now? Wadsworth and what? Keep your door locked. Where are you? Where are you?
What kind of car is he in? Does she know?
What kind of car is he in? She's hysterical. I don't
hear her. And is she still at 44th and Wadsworth?
Are you at 44th and Wadsworth? Amber? 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 Holy shit, I just lost her.
She had just turned southbound on Wadsworth from 44, and the person I was talking to that had her on the phone lost contact. Oh.
I just lost her.
Okay.
She's somewhere near there, 44th and Wadsworth. Shit.
What's her cell phone number?
303-547-4089. This guy has threatened her life.
Okay, just a second. I'll be right back again, okay? Just a moment.
Yes.
Okay. I'm back. Just a second here. Okay, and your name?
My name's Alex.
And your phone number?
303-710-5151.
Okay, we've got officers on the way.
Holy shit, okay.
Okay.
Okay,
Thanks, Alex.
thank you.
Bye-bye. Wait, Ridge 911, what's your emergency?
I'd like to report a car accident and shots fired.
Okay.
At, just after 38th Avenue going southbound on Wadsworth.
Okay, 38th and Wadsworth?
Yes.
Are both cars still there?
No, one of the cars, a man pulled out. He looked to be in his mid-30s, and I'm in a light Toyota truck. It looks like there's an officer on the scene right now.
Okay.
I think he shot the driver.
Okay. Do you know what kind of car is involved in that accident?
I'm not sure. It's still present at the scene, and there was a black Ford Contour driving southbound on Wadsworth. I'm going to let you go. I'll talk to the officer.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks. Bye.
Amber Kathleen Cremines was shot to death after calling her boyfriend and telling him her ex-boyfriend, Tyler James Martin, was trying to run her off the road. Martin and Amber had a relationship for about 8 years when the relationship ended. Police arrived at the scene seconds after the gunman fled. Police found Amber's body in the driver's seat of her Dodge Caliber. Martin later killed himself after he fled from the Chicago Police Department. 2 officers spotted Martin's car and attempted to pull him over. Martin fled on foot and ran into the vestibule of a building. The scene became a barricade situation, and a hostage barricade terrorist incident unit was called. The unit attempted to communicate with Tyler Martin, but he never answered and eventually shot himself in the head. Showing bruises, Amber eventually confided to friends that she was a victim of physical and emotional abuse. She moved to Kansas City, Missouri, and Martin followed her there. She moved to Denver, Colorado, and Martin followed her there too. A burglary at her residence resulted in the theft of her laptop. She had to move to a secret location and arrange to have her bills registered in a new boyfriend's name to hide her residence. Before the incident, Tyler James Martin showed neighbors 3 handguns he bought that he claimed were to protect from gang members in his neighborhood in Denver.
Cushing Police.
Hello, we just got a call that somebody had shot somebody in a house on Moses.
That somebody what?
That somebody shot 3 people in a house on Moses, and we just came over here knocking because we know them. Yeah, and they're all shot. They're dead in the house.
Mark. Okay, what's your name, ma'am?
My name's Amanda Hill. We're sitting in front of the house right now. We're on Moses.
What's the address?
I don't see an address on the house, but we're right next to 812. It's what? 814.
814 East,
Yes.
East Moses, West?
East.
And there's 3 people dead in the house.
Yes, we got a call saying that 3 people were shot and that the house got caught on fire. We came down here and nobody was here because we know the people. And then he called back and said, no, that he was the one that shot him. We just came over here to check on them. Nobody answered. So my boyfriend went in and they're all shot. They're all dead. I know one of them's Liz. Another one's Albert. I know some of the names.
Okay, ma'am. And you're at 812?
814.
814 East Moses?
Yes.
Okay, meet the officer in the street, ma'am.
Okay,
you guys
we're
go back
in the street now.
Go back out to the street.
Okay, yeah, we're staying.
Albert Cernas, Douglas Mason Peck, and Elizabeth Michelle Huser were all friends hanging out one night when suddenly they were murdered by Robert Chad Barella. Robert had allegedly planned for 2 weeks to kill Douglas. He told law enforcement that if he had to do it all over again, He would still kill Douglas and Albert, but that he might not kill Elizabeth. He told Elizabeth the night before the murders that she shouldn't be at Douglas' house that night. Barella believed Douglas was a snitch for law enforcement. That was Barella's motive behind the killings. Elizabeth was killed because she was at the wrong place at the wrong time. After the shootings, Barella tried to set fire to Douglas' house, but he was not successful. Barella was found guilty on 3 counts of first-degree murder and sentenced to 3 consecutive life terms without the possibility of parole.
Somebody broke into our house last night, and I don't know who it was, but they killed everybody here except for my sister, my brother, and me.
What's your name?
Matthew Pete.
Where are you at?
397 Waterfall Loop, Brownsville, Kentucky. 40162. That's the zip code.
Okay, and what happened now?
There was a guy with a pistol or some kind of gun, and he came in and shot my mother and my grandma. Those were the only ones here.
And you're there now?
And they also killed one of my grandma's dogs, so we still have 3 dogs left.
Did you just now come home?
No.
Were you there last night?
Yes, I was just afraid to call.
Stay on the line, okay? I'm going to take you to the police department.
Okay.
Kentucky State Police 911.
Yes, there was a break-in, that last night. I was afraid to call, and, they shot the only 2 people here, which was my grandma and my mom.
Where at, honey?
397 Waterfall Loop, Brownsville, Kentucky. The zip code is 4162.
In what county?
Brownsville, Kentucky.
In Ronnieville?
Mm-hmm.
What's going on right now?
Nothing. I was just afraid to call, so, last night.
Okay, and did the police come out last night?
No.
They didn't?
No.
And who was shot last night?
My mom and my, grandma.
Two women, Karen Comer and Tracy Burke, were found shot to death inside a home, while 3 young children inside the home were unharmed. The oldest child said they heard noises the night before finding the bodies and calling 911. They were both fatally shot sometime the night before, and 3 children in the home were too afraid to call for help. There was no sign of forced entry, but no reason to believe the victims knew their killer or killers. When state troopers arrived a short time later, they found the victims and the 3 children unharmed. Sergeant Brent Burke earned his stripes at Fort Campbell, Kentucky, home base for his division, the legendary 101st Airborne. It is also where Burke learned his fate for double homicide. Brent Burke had gone to the back door, shot Karen, gone into the house, shot Tracy, left the 3 children there, and then left the house. Tracy and her husband Brent, who was a military policeman, were divorcing. Tracy and her 3 children were staying with Karen. The police never found the weapon or any other physical evidence against Brent, but they thought they had more than enough circumstantial evidence. 2 years after the crime, Burke was facing the death penalty. But there was a mistrial. For months later, a second trial, and it quickly ended in a mistrial. Then the 3rd trial began. But this time the prosecution decided not to ask for the death penalty. But because Burke was not read his rights, everything he said in his statement, he judged threw the whole thing out. After 6 weeks of testimony, the jurors got the case. They deliberated for 10 hours and they gave up. They were deadlocked. Another mistrial. A 4th trial began. And once again there was a mistrial because the jury could not decide on a verdict. After the 4th trial, the prosecutor surprised everyone and dropped the charges. Burke was released from jail and sent back to Fort Campbell. But he was not free to leave the base. Burke did not know that the Kentucky State Police had been talking to the Army. The Army had found what the civilian prosecutors did. A case for murder. Within 9 days Burke was rearrested. Throughout 4 civilian trials, prosecutors could not present any physical evidence against Burke. They thought there was none. But shortly before the court-martial, the Army lab produced something. A tiny speck of glass taken off of Burke's coat. The Army lab compared it to the shattered glass door at the crime scene and concluded it was similar. Prosecutors say whether or not Burke started out as a good soldier, he ended up a murderer when he killed Tracy and Karen. A 7-member panel of officers deliberated the case for 2.5 hours. Their verdict was guilty. Burke will spend the rest of his life behind bars without parole. He was dishonorably discharged and stripped of his rank.